Let's start. Q Start, 2021, 1-2. Page 59 Number 1. Dear Sir. Would you be nice enough in doing me a favor by keeping your dog chained? Yesterday it ventured into our kitchen garden and destroyed so many plants and flower beds. You know how we labor over and prize our plants and flowers. Your dog is not ferocious, but even then it scares our children when let loose. The other day it scratched a passerby with its sharp nails and scared a babysitter into screaming. I hope you understand and appreciate the nuisance caused sometimes by your pet. It is in the interest of our good neighborly relations that we cooperate in every possible way. Yours sincerely, S. Mazumder. S. Mazumder. Page 59 Number 2. Do you think the early pioneers of America thought about payback when they helped each other build houses and barns? Everyone needed help, and we still do, so it just came naturally. Today we have put ourselves into many little isolated boxes, houses, cars, and cubicles, and it is difficult to find our way out into an open space. Working in the hospital as a therapist and an administrator for many years, I know that the people who could ask for help and graciously accept it were the ones the staff most liked to take care of. Owning our vulnerability and pain makes us all more human. It creates space for others to help us as well as to own their vulnerability. It's not such a bad place to be. Page 60 Number 3. An excellent example of the importance of making accurate predictions has to do with the Marshall Plan. Marshall Plan. After World War II, some staffers in the U.S. State Department had come up with a novel plan designed to avoid the depression that followed most wars. 2. Quite simply, the plan was for the U.S. to give financial support to the European countries so they could get back on their feet economically. They wanted to call it the Truman Plan. Truman Plan. When they suggested this to the president, he rejected the idea of using his name. He sensed that many members of Congress were hostile and would vote down a good idea because his name was associated with it. He recommended a different name, the Marshall Plan. Marshall Plan. If the original label had been used and Congress had defeated the measure, the world could very well have been worse off today. Page 60 Number 4. Parents and teachers working together can accomplish more than educators can alone. Yet it is easy for schools and parents to become adversaries. As school staff, we may believe that parents are responsible for their child's behavior because of their parenting style or their denial of the problem. It is sometimes difficult for parents to work with schools. Many parents do not trust school staff. They may have had negative experiences in school themselves or struggles with other authority figures in their lives. Parents may be unsatisfied with the school's attempts to protect their children. They may believe that we do not like their children or that we fail to see their child's point of view. Parents may wish that school staff would protect or help their children more. It is easy to initiate a cycle of mutual blaming. Page 61 Number 5. It has been said that eye movements are windows into the mind, because where people look reveals what environmental information they are attending to. However, there is more to attention than just moving the eyes to look at objects. We can pay attention to things that are not directly in our line of vision, as evidenced by the basketball player who dribbles down court while paying attention to a teammate off to the side, just before she throws a dead-on pass without looking. We can also look directly at something without paying attention to it. You may have had this experience if you have been reading a book and then suddenly become aware that although you were moving your eyes across the page and reading the words, you had no idea what you had just read. Even though you were looking at the words, you apparently were not paying attention. There is a mental aspect of attention that involves processing that can occur independently of eye movements. Page 61 Number 6. We seem to particularly need stories during times of great sorrow and loss. I remember how my parents, brother, and I kept telling each other the story of my grandmother's illness and death, both during and after the event. There was something immensely soothing in that process, the way we repeated each important detail, the sense that we were containing our loss through the ordered recounting of the experience. The telling and retelling of that story also served as catharsis. We could cry, laugh, get angry, get mad, feel sad over and over again. Telling sorrowful stories is a necessary part of the healing process. Page 62, number 7. The motivations of aggressive drivers were considered in an Australian study reported by Lennon and Watson, who interviewed 30 drivers, aged 18 to 49 years, about their experiences with aggressive driving. Lennon-Watson, 184930. Analysis revealed that a key theme underpinning aggressive driving was the intention to manage or to change the other driver's behavior. Within this overall intention there were two sub-themes. The first was where the interviewee said that their aggressive driving was to display their disapproval of the other driver's actions. The second was to teach the other driver a retaliatory lesson so that they, the other driver, could become a better driver. Needless to say, such actions can have a far from didactic effect and may escalate the exchanges as the other driver responds to the aggressive driver. The end. Good job.